Oh God, guys. So I know there's a lot of talk about this going on, but I thought I'd give my opinion as a woman about what's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. At first, I was just kind of ignoring it because you know, I've just been seeing it pop up, and I don't really like to get into a lot of the celebrity drama. But we were actually talking about this not so long ago about how privileged women think they are. And it's not right. It's just not right to think that they can hit somebody and that they're just supposed to take it. So women usually don't fight against each other. You normally don't see women fighting each other on the streets or anything. But for some reason, they feel like it's okay for them to hit a man and the man's not supposed to hit them back. And sometimes you see that women are slapping men and hitting them and punching them. And it's sad. In Johnny's case, I don't believe that he hit her, but I wasn't there, so I can't say what happened between them. But from what I've heard, it sounds to me like when she gets crazy, he wants to get away, and she thinks that that's wrong of him. She wants him to stay and talk it out.
And I want to trust you, and I feel like all the trust is gone. All the fucking trust is gone in the relationship because you keep splitting.
I'm not gonna be in a physical fucking altercation
Don't.
with you.
Then don't.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking.
What about all the other times you split? Come on, you cannot act like that. It's about that. It's
Well,
not.
we're on a plane. I can't split.
No, and you hit back. So don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you.
I'm not going to get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence involved. And that you do it at the very beginning of fights these days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight. Really, when you split on me, how do you feel when I leave you?
When I
I've
split,
left
when I
you
go into the
before.
other room, you said.
And
went to
getting
other
me a
rooms.
room, getting another room at a hotel is just the same thing.
When did I get another room at a hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
I'm not going to validate my actions last night. I feel very bad.
No, I'm talking
for how I
in
reacted.
Toronto.
I did not start screaming until you had fucking said all this shit. You poke an animal enough, it is eventually, doesn't matter how friendly it is
That's
or how
not
cool.
true.
Thing. And if I'm telling you every single time you get dressed and you fucking split the top of a fight, you never fucking try and work it out, you never fight for me, you never come to me, you never self-calm, you never self-soothe, you're never the one to throw the olive branch. I'm sick and tired of it. It needs to fucking change. And you can go, I can't meet those demands, I can't do it, or you can fucking promise me so I have a modicum of safety, I feel a modicum of respect, a little tiny shit sliver of fucking you are in this whether it is good or bad, whether it is good or bad, down and up, lows and highs, tough and easy. Promises that this is important to you, not when it's easy, when it's hard too. This is something you'll fight for. That this is something that's sacred, that neither of us throw out every fight. I can't be the only one to hold the promises. I was in Toronto and it fucked me over. I can't be the only one. You can't be the only one. If I split on you, all those times that I thought about doing it, we would not be here. And I stayed, and it's tougher. That's stronger. I'm stronger. It is easy to run. It is easy to run away from problems. It is easy to take that out and say, well, that's the easiest. That's that's the safest way out. I'm not saying we should get in physical altercations. I never want to be in that. Never. But every time you don't like what I say and you fucking run away, will never work out anything. You can't run away every fight. can't. It's easy. It's not brave. It's not strong. It's harder to say to somebody, I want to work this out. I want to face what I have. I want to face what you have. I want to work it out with you. You're not working it out. You're running away, and then you make me be the bigger person every single time and come to you and knock on the door and come to this house and say, hey, we're married. It's supposed to be sacred. Calm down.
I made you.
Yes, by default. If you're never the one to do it, one of us is, and I'm the one to do it every time. It means I'm the bigger person every time. It means I have to be the strong one. It means every time I have to fight for our relationship, and you get to be lazy. You get to be cowardly.
But yet she's throwing things at him.
Oh, I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought for the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you also that you lost your own finger. I am not trying to attack you here. I'm just trying to point out the fact of why I said call 911. Because you had your hands on me after you threw a phone at my face, and I had gotten crazy in the past, and I truly thought I need to stop this madness before I get hurt.
Oh my God.
And I never think about myself that way. I never defend myself that way. I never see myself as a victim. It's to a fault,
All right. Yeah.
So they say in clips that, and she admits it, that she's thrown vodka bottles. She sliced his finger, and she doesn't even sound like she feels bad about it. She says she's thrown pots and pans at him. She says that she's punched him, and that it's not abuse because he's bigger than her.
Believe all this, Amber? Do you believe all this?
Oh, yes, yes.
You believe I'm an abuser. You believe I'm an abuser.
In May, in December, in April.
Do you believe you're an abuser? Do you believe you abused me physically?
Do I physically believe? Do I believe I physically abused you?
Yes.
Do you know I'm 115? Well, not anymore, but I was 115 pounds. I'm a 115-pound woman, and I have the capacity to abuse.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Have I ever been able to knock you off of your feet?
You started.
Off your balance?
You started these things.
You are going to get up on the stand, Johnny, and say she started it? Really? I have never been able to overpower you. That's the difference between me and you.
Why did you try?
And that's the difference that the whole world and the jury and the judge will see, is that there is a very big difference between me and you.
And it can't be abuse. That's what some women feel like. Like, they can't abuse a man because a man's bigger and stronger than them. And she says in the video that she can't even knock him off his feet. That's pretty sad. I mean, she's trying to knock him off his feet. So it's really telling what's on the phone conversations. And it's so smart, and it's sad to think that a man has to record and have physical evidence to prove that a woman's hitting him. When all a woman usually has to say is that he hit me. And sometimes you see images like this.
Same spot hurts.
I'll see you around.
where they're cutting themselves and hitting themselves and punching themselves so that they can call the cops and claim that the man hit them. And usually that's all that cops need to throw a man in jail. I'm not saying that it should be okay for a man to hit a woman. That's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, I'm a woman. I wouldn't want a guy that's twice my size to be hitting me. I mean, if a man even got, if I was with a guy and we got so angry to the point that we're almost hitting each other, then what's the point in even being with them? What's the point in even staying with that person if they're gonna hit you? But I feel like women think that it's just okay. It reminds me of the clip from Bill Burr.
No, they're relentless. They never stop. And there's no reason for them to stop. You know why? Because you can't hit them. That's what it is. Think about that. There's no physical ramifications for being an asshole when you're a woman. Do you know how much of a dick I would be if it was socially unacceptable to kick the shit out of me? Dude, I would be trashing everybody I saw. See some big muscle-bound guy, hey, I go to the fucking gym. Slap his protein shake out of his hand, hey, go fuck yourself, right? But I can't do that, right? Every guy has a line, and if I cross the line, I get blasted in the face. Totally acceptable, right? But with women, there's no line. They can just keep fucking, just keep coming at you. Dude, they can do stuff worthy of like a suplex, and they'll just stand right next to it. They don't even have the decency to run away. They'll like light your clothes on fire. They're like, ta-da, I did that shit. Oh yeah. And I was so proud of my work, I stuck around to see your reaction. I invited a couple of friends to heckle you as you try to stomp it out with your bare feet. Oh yeah, they'll like key your car, sign their name. Susan did this shit. And you're sitting like, now, can I at least put her in a headlock, give her a couple of...
So I know that's kind of a long clip, but he's so right. If it was socially unacceptable for anybody to hit anybody, then they would be complete assholes. And that's the point that women are getting to. It makes me so ashamed to be in the same species as women who act this way. I just feel like Amber is real lucky that she's with a guy that's not gonna hit her back. You know, I can't say that he hasn't hit her back, but I don't think that he has. But I mean, I feel like if you think it's okay to punch somebody, then you should be ready to be punched back. Or if you think it's okay to hit anybody, then you should be ready to be hit back. So I wouldn't pick a fight with a tiger knowing that a tiger can kill me. Or I wouldn't pick a fight with a bear knowing that a bear is a lot stronger than I am. This is the same ideology. Why would you pick a fight with somebody who's bigger than you when they could easily kick your ass? So I don't know, guys. It's pretty awful. I don't agree with it. I think women like that should be reprimanded. I think they should go to jail. I think they should get the same sentence as a guy would get, so that they'll learn. And maybe they would learn to calm their asses. It's sad that women get lighter sentences, and I'm gonna say it as a woman, that it's sad, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree that women that murder people or commit crimes get lighter sentences. I don't think that's okay. It's pretty awful. So I recommend that you go on and watch this video that I was watching by a channel called Incredibly Average. I'll also link that below. And he goes in pretty good depth about the whole thing. A lot better than I can do. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Leave me a like if you like the video. Leave me a comment if you want to add anything. And I know this is different from the stuff that I usually do. I kind of just do whatever, but I just thought this was something interesting to talk about, and I wanted to give my opinion on it. So yeah, let's talk about it.